violence or no other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police, but I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
And a confusing scene at a popular subway station in Center City. Shawnette, a gun was pulled apparently on a group of kids.
Yeah, and Jason, SEPTA police say that they were only able to stop a girl. They say that she was involved. Meanwhile, they are still looking for the person who pulled that gun, trying to identify that person and why they did it.
Wow, so the SEPTA is really dangerous. Remember we talked about that one woman who got taken advantage of and everybody on the train kind of just watched. It's very dangerous, or the bus or whatever. So, you got to be careful. The super gremlins that are riding these public transportation, trains, buses, whatever it is, the public transit system in general, some of these dudes are off their rocker. There are a lot of just debaucherous, demonic super gremlins that use the public transit system to get around. I mean, look at New York. Okay?
That's down here on the platform.
A disturbing picture obtained by Fox 29 from SEPTA surveillance cameras on the City Hall platform.
This dude is literally pointing a gun into a crowd.
On the top right of your screen, you see a group of people who SEPTA police believe are high school students. But take a look at the foreground. You see a person pointing a gun. Police say it appears at the crowd of kids.
Like, it's a gun right there. I mean, I know it's always a bunch of kids everywhere, but, you know, it's kids, like, you pulling the gun out.
I showed Devin T. the picture as he got off SEPTA after leaving work.
I don't feel safe in Philly like that anyway.
And you shouldn't. Philly had 600 murders last year. 625, I believe, something like that. You shouldn't feel safe.
But I don't know, they need to have like better security down here. That stuff like that happen everywhere. So down here, I'm really not surprised about that.
A SEPTA spokesperson tells me about a group of 15 to 20 likely high school students were involved in an argument, and that it appears one person drew a gun. They don't know if that person was part of the group or the argument.
So a super gremlin gets involved with some teenagers and they telling him about himself. So he decides to pull out a gun and aim, and he was gonna clap him. He probably thought twice. They're lucky to be alive.
It happened around 1 o'clock this afternoon. Police say as they were responding, everyone took off. They believe the group of kids were arguing with each other, not targeting a specific person.
Oh, that's awful. This is awful. Too much crime in the city. Yeah, more police.
Dwayne Riley says he's been lucky.
Whoa, what did brother Dwayne Riley say? Did he just misspeak and say more police? So let me get this straight. This brother Dwayne Riley doesn't want to defund the police. Awkward.
Lucky riding SEPTA, though.
For me, I do feel safe. As soon as something happened, I won't.
Hootie E feels just the opposite.
Frankly, no. I don't feel safe on SEPTA, but I'm from Philly.
I talked to her this evening getting on SEPTA at City Hall with her young son.
I think it's always been a bit of a problem.
What's been, look, she's she has to watch her words because you know she's a liberal. She's thinking hard about what to say. It's been a bit of a problem. What's been a bit of the problem? Who's been a bit of the problem? She'll never say it was the super gremlins.
I think the pandemic is making it worse.
The pandemic. Nah. It's how bold these dudes got, and they understand that they aren't gonna spend much time in jail. They're gonna be able to bond right out. It ain't no pandemic.
And tonight, SEPTA police say they have not received any reports of any injuries, anyone being hurt or being attacked or targeted by those group of kids. Back to you.
Well, that's good. Shawnette Wilson, live in Philadelphia. Thanks, Shawnette.
The carjacking crisis in Philadelphia continues. Now some victims have begun fighting back with guns of their own. The latest incident played out in Kensington last night involving a pizza delivery driver. The driver, who did have a permit to carry, pulled out a gun and shot the suspected carjacker. Action News reporter Catherine Scott has the details now.
So not only is he delivering pizza, he delivering holla tips too.
The delivery driver was not hurt. The attempted carjacker was taken to the hospital in critical condition. In this surveillance video, you see a white Camry stopped in the middle of a Kensington street on the left corner of your screen. Around 7:30 p.m., a person walks from that direction to the upper right corner of your screen, where a 39-year-old pizza delivery driver had just pulled up to the 3300 block of H Street in a black Acura to drop off food.
The driver of that car, when he saw that this male was pointing a gun at him, demanding that he get out of the vehicle.
Male super gremlin.
Brandished his own firearm, which he was legally allowed to carry.
Police say the delivery driver then opened fire. The suspected carjacker struck at least 6 times.
Woo! They not playing. Y'all better stop playing with these delivery drivers. And I'm glad to see this, man. This is what we need. Community fighting back against these super gremlins, and hopefully he dead them.
Police say the attempted carjacker fired back. The Camry moves out of frame, and you see a man run up the street.
After he was shot, was taken by 2 individuals in a white Camry to Frankfurt Torresdale Hospital. Those 2 individuals that were in that white Camry are also persons of interest in this carjacking.
Wow. So the super gremlin's locked up. He ends up being able to live to tell the tale, but he would have killed that pizza delivery driver without hesitation.
Meanwhile, the delivery driver left, heading back to the pizza place, and police were called. Not even a whole month into the new year, and there have been more than 100 carjackings and
Woo! That's tough.
attempted carjackings in the city of Philadelphia. Today, the chalk circles remain on the street.
I was just remodeling my kitchen and talking to my son, and he was about to come out the door. And as soon as he went to open the door, that's when we heard the shots. The guy was licensed to carry a gun and defended himself.
Police say the delivery driver was fully cooperating with police. In Kensington, Catherine Scott, Channel 6 Action News.
Yeah, it was unclear, according to the store manager, what really led up to all of the arguing and the bad language he says that he heard. These court documents outline what happens after the pair left the store, including threats that were made and the shooting that followed. Did you hear him threaten to shoot her?
Yeah.
And he made several threats.
Yes, exactly.
Were you worried for your safety at all?
Yeah, no safety here. That's the guy. No safety for me.
He is the manager of the Coatesville market and was behind the counter when he says he heard the commotion.
A lot of angry, lot of the bad language used.
Police say a woman told them that she bumped into a man in the aisle, apologized, but that wasn't good enough for him.
Wow. These women are on these dudes are on demon time, and women are not off limits. Bumped into him on accident. It's crazy.
They say Monell Coleman threatened the woman. She told police that she was told to watch where she was going and that she was going to be shot in her face. Woo. The store manager says
that boy said she was going to be shot in her face.
He asked the pair to take things outside, and later when he heard gunshots, he had no idea. It was from the couple in the store. Police say Coleman followed the woman to her house and started shooting. And as she tried to run inside, her brother was also hit with shots as he ran upstairs. The woman told police it sounded like Coleman emptied the clip. Also, according to...
Dang! I mean, this is Super Gremlin on demon time. I don't know what we expect here. It's just, There was a big thing back in the day where you step on the dude's sneakers and you know that it was going to end in a fight or somebody getting shot. So apparently she didn't get the street code rule book update. You know what I mean? She's still on chapter 1. She didn't read the 55th iteration.
Court documents, police recovered ballistic evidence and showed the woman a group of pictures, and she identified Coleman as the shooter. Police then went to the Coatesville home of Coleman's mother. There they say they found clothing they say was worn by Coleman during the shooting. As for Coleman, tonight he's a wanted man. And if you know anything about Coleman, police tell us that he has ties to Norristown here in the Coatesville area as well as in the Wilmington, Delaware area. They remind you you can report anything you know about this case, including where Coleman may be, anonymously using a text app on your phone as well as through social media to the Coatesville Police Department. Reporting live in Coatesville, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
I could be at work, in school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.